Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing Cardano and why I personally believe that Cardano has a huge rally ahead of it. First and foremost, Cardano has just had two major adoption stories. Number one, Charles Hoskinson has decided to use part of his funding to invest in a project called Cody, which is looking to bring scalability to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Number two, a huge adoption story coming out of Ethiopia has just been broken, and Cardano is now going to be used in the government function of that country. Literally, one of the largest adoption stories in the history of cryptocurrency has just happened, and it happened none other than to Cardano. We have some crazy Cardano price predictions, and we're going to be running over all of those and more, and some Cardano technical analysis later on in this video. If you enjoyed today's video, consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we dive further into the video, guys, we need to talk about CT2A, the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, and it has everything you need to know in regards to technical analysis. The purpose of CT2A is to help educate people. So if you guys are looking to make an investment in yourself and want to learn more about the cryptocurrency world and prepare yourself properly before you begin trading big time, enroll in CT2A below. So guys, bear with me here because I'm going to be going over several different things and it's all going to tie together at the end of this video. It starts with this story. Cody reveals it is the first ecosystem to receive venture capital from Cardano's C Fund. Take note of the date here, April 6th, 2021. This was posted yesterday. That'll be important in a second. Cody provides fintech solutions for enterprises that seek to build their own payment solutions, providing tools for the creation of scalable, decentralized global payment network. What that means in English is this. If you look at how many transactions per second Visa handles, they handle 1,700 transactions per second. If you look at MasterCard uses more than 5,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin and many of the other majorly adopted cryptocurrencies simply cannot handle that many transactions per second. They can only handle a few dozen at most, awaiting further developments. Cody is designed to solve that problem by bringing layer 2 scalability solutions to allow for more transactional throughput on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cryptocurrencies like Cardano. Take note in the idea that this is the first thing that C Fund, the Cardano fund, a venture capitalist fund, invested in. It's called Cody. Charles Hoskinson wants to help bring scalability to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and Cardano. Why? Let's move on to the next story. Hoskinson leaks that Cardano Ethiopia deal was signed by minister. Guys, Cardano has been in talks with the country of Ethiopia for several years to use Cardano and its blockchain technology to revolutionize their agri-finance industry. In other words, Cardano wants to use its blockchain to build part of the Ethiopian government on. Guys, this is huge. Why? Because this is step one of government adoption. A wise person once said cryptocurrencies will never be mass adopted until you can pay taxes in them. That means that governments need to adopt them. Why? Well, guys, we only use the US dollar now because the US government says that we have to use it to pay taxes. So it becomes adopted as our currency. Whenever governments are willing to accept cryptocurrency in tax payment, that is the day that mass adoption on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will take off like never before seen. And the first step towards that is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies being adopted by governments in any capacity, such as what we're seeing happen in Ethiopia. This is a huge first step towards government adoption of cryptocurrency and blockchain tech. As you can see, a couple of days ago, Charles Hoskinson posted this tweet. For some reason, I have a strong desire to tweet these two pictures. Must be the blending of my ornithological endeavors with my love of 18th century American history. In this picture, you will see a bird called the white-cheeked turaco, a species of bird that resides in none other than Ethiopia. The man on the right is none other than John Hancock, who is famous for what? His signature. So we see symbolism for Ethiopia and a signature. This means that the minister in Ethiopia has allowed for Cardano to be used in its application for government in Ethiopia. So let's tie these two back together. First of all, Cardano, yesterday, news broke that they are investing in Cody to work on scalability solutions. Number two, Cardano is being used in Ethiopia starting relatively soon in a government system. Now let's back up. What does Charles Hoskinson believe? Everything goes back to beliefs, guys. You guys know I talk about beliefs quite a lot. Charles Hoskinson believes that if you bring up the people and you uplift the people in the world, especially in Africa, and bring them into the 21st century economically, financially, and from a currency standpoint, then the mental resources of Africa can be used to better mankind. That's what Charles Hoskinson believes, which, by the way, is a core belief of mine as well. Him going into business with Ethiopia and him going into business with Cody means that mass adoption of cryptocurrencies has just begun on the governmental standpoint, and it means that some of the big issues of scalability on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies they are looking to solve. Cardano is moving in the right direction and it is going to drive mass adoption. How does this tie into our Cardano price prediction? I'll tell you. Cardano to accelerate significantly, says analyst Michael. We talked about Michael. I'm not even going to try and butcher his last name really quickly, but he has a prediction. Michael says this: once Cardano starts to run, I think it's going to accelerate significantly and pull another 2, 3, 4x from here. And yes, the market is going to go way higher in this cycle than most of you are expecting. So Michael believes that Cardano is about to go into a massive rally and rally 2, 3, 4x to the upside. So now we're left with the question: if Cardano is about to have a massive rally, if there's a ton of fundamental development going on, if Cardano is making huge strides in government adoption, where is the price? You would be expecting the price to have a massive moonshot in response to this news, right? Well, this goes back to something we talked about in today's live stream. I need you to understand two different things. Number one is fundamental analysis. Number two is technical analysis. Fundamental analysis is what we just talked about. The investment in Cody, the investment in Ethiopia. That fundamental analysis drives long-term growth of Cardano and his project. It will drive value to Cardano, but it's not necessarily going to happen today. Technical analysis, on the other hand, so you have one is fundamental analysis for long-term growth, two is technical analysis. This is indicating short-term movements. Fundamental analysis indicates long-term movements. Technical analysis indicates short-term movements. The fundamental analysis says that Cardano is about to go on a massive run over the next several months and years. However, this is what happened on the technical analysis. We saw that Cardano almost had a MACD cross, and yet it didn't. In fact, in the span of 2 hours yesterday, we rallied 12.5% on Cardano, and then in the last 24 hours, Cardano dropped 14%. Why would that happen if the fundamentals are very strong on Cardano? Well, again, guys, fundamentals indicate the long game, the war, if you will. The technicals indicate the short game, the battle, if you will. You can lose a bunch of battles and still win the war. What I'm trying to say here, Cardano is winning the war. Cardano is going to do very well in the long run. Therefore, if we're talking long run, we want to be investing in Cardano. Do we want to be longing Cardano on a short-term trade? Not necessarily, because even if Cardano is going to win the war, it might lose a battle. Right now, it's losing a battle, but it's going to win the war. So our takeaway on this is that Cardano has had a correction, yes. The reason it's had a correction, in my opinion, is because Bitcoin and Ethereum have corrected, and Cardano on its price does follow those cryptocurrencies. But as far as long-term price targets are concerned, guys, this little bit of nonsense going on down on the hourly chart doesn't matter. Period. Does not matter. Here's where Cardano is going in the long run. Up. It's going this way, guys. Whatever happens down here on these tiny little time frames, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. If you take anything from this video, take that. When in doubt, zoom out. If you're in doubt about Cardano and where it's going to go in the long run, zoom out. Look at the long-term things like the fundamentals that we just talked about. Cardano is actually in a bull flag right now. This is likely to break bullish, and I will tell you where I think Cardano is going to go. I expect before the end of this bull market, it's going to go to between $8 and $15. That would be between an 800 and a 1,500% rally on Cardano. That is based on my extensive technical and fundamental analysis of this project. That is where I think it is going, my friends. Where might it be going in the next couple of days? Very well may stay exactly where it is. It all goes back to what I talked about with the war and with the battle. Cardano can lose a battle, but my friends, I am confident. I'm very confident that it's going to win the war. And that war being won is going to lead to massive rallies on Cardano. So where do I think Cardano is going before the end of this bull market? I think it's going to $8 to $15. That would put it around a $300 to $400 billion market capitalization, which would be rivaling Ethereum, although Ethereum will probably be much higher by that point also. And I think Cardano is going to do very, very well for itself. I want to hear your opinions in the comment section, though. Where do you think Cardano is going? Do you think it's going to $0? Do you think it's going to $5? Do you think it's going to $30? I want to hear all of that and more in the comment section down below. Are you on team $8 Cardano, or are you on team $5 Cardano? Tell us in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the video and also consider subscribing if you are new here. Guys, before we go, if you're looking for a cryptocurrency platform to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on, we highly recommend Bybit. You can find the link for the exchange in the description box down below. That is the cryptocurrency exchange that we recommend to everybody who is interested in trading Bitcoin and crypto. Has a fantastic user interface, high liquidity. You don't need to worry about downtime. The order books are very full. Sign up with the link in the description box down below. You'll be getting access to a great exchange, and you'll be helping to support this channel. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.